Alrighty, good evening everyone. We are back with Islands of Insight again because I had a lot of fun watching Dune, and if anybody's really interested in hearing me rant about that for several hours, ask me. I'm sure I will oblige. Just looking at another puzzle already that I started like a minute ago. I got a few of the obvious bits in already. Currently I'm looking at the fact that this 4 dart needs 3 more dark cells, which only leaves 1 possible light cell to be able to connect the 2 letter groups through. Which means that one of the letter groups has to use this top row of darts to connect. Which it probably did anyway, but we know for sure. In fact, with what I have here now, it would have to anyway, because either this A or B is going to connect to it regardless. But it's also the only way through. So, now just having some fun thinking about what all of the darts mean. There's also only 1 other dark cell along here. So these are mostly light cells. Which kind of inclines me to think that it's most likely to be a B. Because if these connect to the B, you'd end up with this being a dark cell. These would be light. That would actually connect the A's around. I think that just works, doesn't it? Because you have that for the 4. No, that's actually the bit that breaks that logic. Never mind. Because... Actually, does that matter? Yeah, because if the B has to come through here, this has to be dark. Maybe that's the way we look at this, actually. So whichever letter connects through the bottom here is going to have an impact on this 2 dart. So if this is dark, these 3 must all be light. Which means this has to be dark for the 2. Which means the A's have to connect across the bottom. If this is dark... In fact, if this is dark, whatever connects through the bottom has to connect A and B. So that just doesn't work. That has to be light, that has to be dark. These are both dark. And that actually means this. That's going to be dark for the 2 dart. This B is going to have to connect up somehow. One of these is dark, one of these is light. Oh, also this 2 is complete already, so we do this. There we go. Nice little warm-up puzzle. Also, I know it looks like I've done more stuff. This is actually the little group of islands that we came to by accident when we were doing one of the others. I forget which one it was, but we did some funky... Oh, it's that one down there, look. We did some funky jumping shenanigans and jumped up here from down there. And then I realised this was a different area. I'm also trying to work out where these flow orbs go. Oh, you're joking. They go over there? Let's give them a go. Well, this was not the right sequencing. That was incredibly wonky, and I did not like it. There we go. It didn't eat my jumps that time. kind of aced that one. We'll definitely take it. But we've solved the flow orbs. There's also a hidden pentad. There's a bunch of logic grids. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so what do we think can't be true? This can't be light. Because if this was light, you could only get 3 dark. So that must be dark to start with. Now, if this was dark, you'd have either 3 or 5 dark in this column. This is light, this is dark. Also, now we have these 4 that are set. Now we have this 3 set. Now we have this 4 set. 4 and 3 and 3, and we're done. I see another logic grid. Ooh, okay. This one's going to be interesting. Okay. Well, this can't be dark. That immediately breaks this 1 dart. So that has to be light. And that means that this, and this must all be dark, or the 4 is broke. But the 4 could take either of these. One more of these is dark. Okay, also we know these must be light for the 1. This must be dark for the 5. This must be dark for the 5. One, 2, 3. Okay. This must be dark for this 5 dart, which completes this 2. This 5 is now complete. Two of these are dark, 1 is light. One of these is dark. 3. Okay. So only one of these 3 can be dark for this 3 dart. Which means the other 2 must be light. They can't both connect to the 4. They could both connect to the 6, but they don't have to. So the 4 could have that one, and the 6 could have that one. Or the 6 could have both of these. Either way, this one must be light. Now, if this one or this one were light, both of these would be dark. So both of those must be dark by force. That completes this 3. That completes this 5. And then we get the 4 and the 6, and we're done. You might be able to tell I'm still a little bit slow at the moment, but I'm recovering from where I was last week, which is always a good thing. There's only one way we can make the 4 dart here, and that's with these 2. And now this 3 clearly can't have an extra 2 on top of 2. Okay. How many ways can we make 2, 4, or 5 out of 1, 2, and 3? 2, 4, 5. 3. Well, okay, this 5 forces this whole top section to be dark. That 1 means all of those are dark, and that looks like it's finished the rest. Okay. So 2 of these must be dark for the 4, because the 4 just sees 3 2s. All of these have an impact on the 2, So 2 of these in a way where only 2 of these are dark is the thing here. And I think the only possible way is that. Forced multi-tiles. Yes. That thing I was just saying. Ooh. We get a new secret thing. We are going to have to come back and solve all of these at some point, but I think at the moment we don't have access to at least any of the ones that I've, like, clearly worked out. Okay, you can't have adjacent dark cells. That's going to make this fairly straightforward, I think. Same thing. And that bottom row had to be shifted off because now they're adjacent. You have to have the sort of zigzag pattern. Okay, so nothing adjacent, and this needs 2. So if you do dark, 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 that would work. If you do dark, dark, dark. Oh, that one clearly doesn't work. It breaks this 1 dart. What am I thinking? You have to zigzag, and only 1 dark cell can be in this column. So we're still on the no adjacent dark cells. This is getting to be like the sort of nonogram type thing. So you have to have, like, reading this dart now as a 1, 1, 1 because of this rule. So you have to have a 1 here, and then a 1 and a 1. In this sort of pattern. Same with this 3. This 2 is actually now forced to here. This 1 is solved. And now we've just got the same pattern we had before, right? These are all 1s, and this is a 1. So dart pattern maximums. Yeah, again, that thing I was just saying. So yeah, the nice thing about these, once I realised it, is they are all, like, available. I'm trying to find, actually now, logic grid. Okay, these are all just descriptions. Which tab were they in? Grid rules. Oh no, it's insights. Clearly, it's insights. So yeah, we still got some more to find for the logic grids. But the way it kind of builds up the encyclopedia of insights for you is, I think, quite nice. So no adjacent doodads. Okay, so these 2 3s have to be offset from each other, which means one of them puts a dark cell here. Which means these must both be light. Which means these must both be dark for this 3. Which means this is dark for the 2, which means this is light. And that gives us the offset. And then this one's going to have to be dark for the 2, dark for the 3. So I kind of finished that one in my head so I could be lazy and batch fill all the rest of the cells. Okay, who are you? Oh, it's Eloy. I have gazed at the fracture. Don't gaze at the fracture. Find the hidden relics. Well, there's one. There's one. There had to be one down here. It was kind of like the only point for that area to exist. Oh, there's one. Knew it was going to be around there somewhere, just not exactly where. Did I just see one up here? No. Behind the statue. Right, which boundaries are moving? I can't quite tell at the moment, actually. It looked like this one was staying oh, sneaky. Okay, connect all the light cells. Dark regions have area 4. Okay, so we start here. That seems like the right place. Oh, and here, in fact. This must be light to escape now. These must both be light to escape. This must be light to escape. This must be light or it breaks the area 4 rule, and the same here, which forces this to be an area. This is light to escape. This is dark regardless of what shape this area is. Light to escape, but that forces this dart. Close off the area, light to escape. One of these specifically is dark. Could this ever be dark? I'm going to say no, because for the area 4 rule, it's going to have to run into this 2 cell. So this must be light. This one, though, could be dark, because that would still only be an area of 4. This 3 here now only sees these as dark cells. This is now light by force. One of these has to be dark, but we don't know which one just yet. Actually, you can't have both of these be dark. If this one was dark, it would have to connect here and it would block off some light cells. So that one must be a light cell, in fact. And now this could be either, but in any case, this must be dark. That finishes this 2, which then fixes that dark cell. Light to escape. Now, one of these is dark, and we still don't know which one as yet, but this 4 is clearly going to be the thing that disambiguates it. So the 4 has 3 dark cells it sees. And this has 1. So it could, if this one is dark, okay. So here's the thing. This one is going to have to, because this is only a 6 area, this one is going to have to connect to any, or the dark cell this one dart sees is going to have to connect to any of the dark cells this 4 sees in here. So if this is dark, then this is light, and all of these must be dark. Because otherwise, if this was ever dark, but this is the easier way to do this, right? If this cell is ever a dark cell, then you can get those 3, but then by force, one of these must be dark and it separates the light cells. So this must be a light cell to start with. Now, Can this ever be a dark cell? Again, no, for the same reason. So now this must be a light cell. In fact, there's your 4, which means that's a dark cell for the region size rule. That one was some quite fun logic to work through. I like it. Okay, we're onto the connect all light cells and no adjacent dark cells, which is interesting. So to start with, we know that that 3 must be forced. And in fact, we know this 3 is also forced. I'll do all of the escapes in a moment. I'm just checking. Okay, I think that's it. So this has to escape, this has to escape, this has to escape all of the way. Has that helped yet? Not convinced it has. Okay. What are we trying to say here? We're trying to find way, like, any mechanism where fitting in dark cells would block something off, I think. If that was a dark cell, they would both be light cells. That looks fine. Because then you'd have dark cell. Okay, I can't visualize this one, so I'm saying if this is a dark cell, these are both light. These are now both dark. Okay, that's... So that must be a light cell then. Which now means one of these is a dark cell. Now this too, I'm gonna say, can never have these 2 dark cells. Because that would force this 2 to take both of these, and it traps the cell with this 3 dot. Is that a generally useful thing? I don't think so. Because if this 2 had those cells... Actually, if this 2 had these 2 cells, is there any way this 2 can work? I mean, this 2, for a start, has forced that, so actually that just doesn't work immediately. Maybe that's the thing. So if we say this 2 takes this cell, this 2 must take this cell. That seems okay on the face of it. This 2 can't take this cell now. So it has to take this. And this 2 can't take this cell, it has to take this. Which actually seems fine, I think. These 2 both have to be dark cells. This has to escape somehow. One of these 2, which means it's going to have to be that one. That one. Oh, okay, so here's some fun logic. So this one can take either one of these 2 cells. But, of note, it must take precisely one of them. So where does this 4 go? Well, it has one of these, definitely. But that means it must take all 3 of those. Similarly now with this 2, this 2 sees a dark cell, and we know it's about to see another one here. So these must be light cells. Also, if these dark cells ever reach this edge, we get a complete light border down here between the 4 and the 3. One of those... Okay, these 2 1s point at each other, so this one knows there will be one here. So all of those must be light cells. This must be a dark cell. So it's the other way around. Dark cells now cannot be here by that principle that we found from an insight before. I don't remember what the game calls it, but it means we can do that. And now this cannot be a dark cell. Because we also, this only works if you have the connect light and connect dark rules. In any other case, it doesn't work. This must be dark by force. This is dark to escape. Now let's have a look at this 2. I think this is interesting because it can never... Hey, Ellie! It can never take the 2 end cells here because that will trap a dark cell. So it can take those 2 or it can take those 2. And in any case, that one must be a dark cell. And in fact, looking at this... This is a mandatory choke point, so this must be a light cell. And in fact, this is a mandatory choke point. So, what's my next question? Can this ever be a dark cell? This is a dark cell. We have to go around the end here. Which means that the only available dark cell for this 3 is this one. Which then has to connect up there. Which is actually fine. Why does this seem like there are multiple solutions to this? What happens if we say this is a dark cell for the 4? Then you get this, and all of these are just light cells, but that's fine. Oh, no, it can't loop around because we're connecting all the light cells. That's got to connect to something. And in fact, that's how we disambiguate here. This one needs to escape. I'd forgotten to care about light cells. So that this one must be the dark cell. Loop around here, here, here. Now we're learning about overlapping darts. Let's see if I can find the insight that I was talking about. To the area corner trick? Not the area corner trick, I don't think. Maybe it's the area corner trick? No, it's not the area corner trick. There was one. I cannot now find the oh, there we go. 2 color connected borders. There we go. So when all light and dark cells are connected, the outer border must take on a specific structure. There must be at most 1 connected line of dark and 1 connected line of light tiles. There must never be a light-dark pattern. So yeah, that's the thing I was talking about. Oh, we'll get some fun tearing effects. And then we connect to the dark cells. And we're connecting all the dark cells again. Okay. Connect all the dark cells. There's at least one. So, there's an obvious place to start this, and I'm not going to start there. Because there's also a fun place to start this. This dart sees exactly one dark cell. And we know that there have to be dark cells over here. So can this ever be a dark cell? That would make this light. The whole grid would then be light. Doesn't work. So this must be light, this must be dark. This must be dark. That's not the place you're supposed to start. You're supposed to start here. And that finishes off this too. So you have to then come this way. Now, looking at this, in order to go from top to bottom, you can get at most 2 in a column here. So, what this looks like is you have to do a sort of staircase effect. Two puzzles available. There's one. No 2x2s connect all the dark cells. Okay, so the 5s only see one light cell. Makes me feel like probably this is the one to start on. Because, yeah, wherever you are, you're going to get at least 2. In fact, you must get at least 3 dark cells in a row somewhere along the bottom. Because if the light cell is on either end, you're going to get 5 in a row, 4 in a row, 3 in a row, and then it switches over, and what would be 2 in a row is just 3 on the other side. So, that means the 3... Is there any way the 3 can ever have adjacent... Yeah, okay. So the 3 can only have dark cells next to each other here, over that gap. And we have to connect all of the dark cells, which is relevant. It's actually super relevant because you have these 2 1s in the middle. So there is a vertical bar to connect the top and bottom half. And if there is a vertical bar here, these can't be the dark cells because of this 2 dart, and these can't for this 2 dart. And in fact, if you think about it, the same is true of the 3 darts. So the only place that can have the crossover is the 4 darts in the middle. I have just realised I forgot to do a thing, which is to mark my Steam as... Oh, that does not sound good, Ellie. Mark my Steam as Do Not Disturb. Okay. So connecting from the top is going to be easy. Because this 5 must take at least one of these. Connecting from the bottom, the 3 has to take at least one of these just so that there is a route through. Are there any patterns here that just don't work? Okay, so with these in place, if we said this was a light cell, all of these are dark cells. The 3 could go like here, here, here. And then up. Yeah, okay. Okay, so here's another interesting thing. Wherever we have the vertical connecting line through, we actually have to have a 4-high vertical connecting line and then like a sort of like kink to connect for this 4. So if we said that this left-hand side was the connector, then these two become light, these two must become dark. And this could be the other way around. What am I trying to show here? So it could be that way around. But because of the way these 1s and 4s are interacting, that must be the case. And the interesting thing there is that in any case, those are always dark. Which I think is a useful start. Because now it means that, for example, this can't be the light cell on either end, because it would make a 2x2. So these are both dark, by force. This can't be the light cell on either side, for a couple of reasons. One, it would mean that the 3 would have to be more than 3, and it would make a 2x2. So those are now all forced. So one of these is the light cell. The other one is the dark cell. And whichever one connects to it is the other dark cell for the 3. And that means that on the edges, those must be light cells. That means this 3 has to be there. Now, if this was a dark cell, these would be light and it would be trapped. But this is light, this is dark, this is light, this is dark. That's pretty much as far as I've got. I just realised, I thought this was 1 pip, and I was wondering why it was so difficult. It's not, it's 1 star. And I'm just dumb. Okay, so one of these two, one of these two, one of these two. That gives us 3, and we need 4. And yeah, okay, and one of these two. Actually, that's interesting. So we know one of these two must be a dark cell. So this 3 can only take one of the 3 remaining cells. So, what can it take? So if that one was dark, it would have to be... I mean, I think that actually works, doesn't it? Because you just do that. Yes. I mean, Windows is very good at crashing. Ooh, I found another puzzle grid. And this is the last puzzle. Okay, well, we clearly start here. And we need to connect all of the things, so we can't have this bottom set be a weird zigzag. We know one of these must be dark, and this 3 is going to have to escape, so one of these must be dark. So this must be light, whatever happens. And that now... So this is actually like that other one we did in the Pillar of Insight. These 2s are going to force this pattern the whole way. And now we have this, the 2s are going to force the same pattern all the way back up. Ooh, Yeah, okay. I can see why it's a particularly bad crash in that case, Ellie. That's not so great. That's solved. I'll do Riverland Bridge at some point, I'm sure. Have we done the Cliff and the Void? Yes, I'm pretty sure we have. Oh, we must, yeah, we've earned all the Mirabili. But yes, we definitely did that. Oh, okay. Eye of the Needle. This is pretty much just... Ooh, we'll grab this on later. I'll come back and do the monolith at some point. I'm not... Like, the monolith is kind of fun, but it's much more of like an exploration puzzle than it is a puzzle. So to get the Mirabilis for the monolith, it's you find all of those little boxes. There is... Oh, I just saw a ring on top of that tree. It's, which tree? This tree. I also see a leitmotif. Where am I? Well, this is the Cliff and the Void, so I need to... That looks like a completed quest for perfection. Okay, so if I kind of jump over this gappy bit down here, and then off to the right... Ah, it's that enclave down there, I think. Ooh, I saw you hiding on top of a building. I also see a ring. And I'm pretty sure I just heard an arch. No? Maybe I'm listening to a cube. Oh, I'm listening to a cube. There it is. I see another ring. I also see a matchbox. And given it's set into the floor, or set into the wall actually, it kind of makes me curious whether the... Wait, was that the same one? Did I see a different one? Oh, it was that one. Okay. I've also just seen another hidden cube. Hidden cubes everywhere. Being all hidden. Oh, I can actually probably get that from here, can't I? Yes. Oh, does it go with that one? Maybe? No, it can't go with that one, can it? No. I think that noise is actually that launcher, not a... And now, is this a glimpse or a music? Nope. I'll do a quick cheeky labyrinth on the way. If I can find the entrance. Honestly, this is the hardest part of crystal labyrinths for me. It's not solving them fast, it's working out how to get into them in the first place. To be fair, they mostly really only have one route. Oh, okay. That was straightforward. Like, it's really just a case of look for the launcher in every floor. It's the eye of the needle. Oh, this is going to be all about armillary rings, isn't it? I'm betting. Hey, look, an armillary ring immediately. Wow, you're not joking about threading a needle, are you? But is that really it for that whole island? And then we have to go to another island? Yeah, okay. Here's lots of armillary rings. Oh no, that's not it. They aren't joking about threading a freaking needle. Honestly, not sure on this one. There. That's where I was trying to get. Aha. Some of these would be a lot easier without trees in the way. I suppose is the point. Yeah, that was never going to do it, really. Ah, there. No, not there. It's like there, but different. Wow, some of these are actually really hard. Climbing the tree didn't help. Well, maybe it did, and I was not looking at it the right way. No, because from up here, that large blue ring is going to be the problem. As much as I like the environmental design in this game. I do wish they would stop using it for artificial difficulty. Kind of reminiscent of when people put spiders in a game. Not like because it works in the game, but because they want to artificially add horror. And it's just a cheap way to do that. Oh, no, it's actually missing that ring. Okay. There. There, but more over this way. Oh, now it's missing that one. Which places that I'm probably not meant to be able to stand can I stand in? That's the question here. How about under the bridge? Whoops. Ah. Okay. Accidentally, more armillary rings. Even a hurricane has a point of stillness. This is true. I don't know that it's helpful in our present situation. Oh yeah, I'm just completely missing the fact that there's a whole ring there that I wasn't clicking through. I like spiders to some extent, Ellie, but given that I am also colossally arachnophobic, it does kind of irk me, I guess, when people use them as a cheap shortcut for haha, this is scary. It's like, yeah, I kind of get that. But also, if you're not... So, like, a game I like, right? Necess. It was a really fun game, and I played it for a bit, and there's no arachnophobia mode, it just drops a sudden spider on you. I mean, one day. Weirdly, though, no problem with Driders. I've never worked out why. Because you'd think I'd have more problems with those. I cannot work out which parts of these trees are supposed to be. These trees are meant to be solid. You can crouch. Let's see if crouching offers any exciting new perspectives on these. You can be quiet as well. No, I had it for a second there, I think. Oh no, because of the big ring. Dumbass. Let's just keep doing the same thing I've been doing the whole time and see if it works this time. Wow. Not entirely clear what happened there. I feel like I want to be slightly lower down than this, but not that lower down than this. Like, just enough to be able to see that second gold ring, or third gold ring even. That one's just too high up. So we've got to be able to see those two around the edge of that one. It's like there gets those two gold rings. It doesn't look like it's got any mileage on it either from that direction. That one I think I'm definitely going to have to come back to. I'm kind of appreciating the challenge of a lot of these rings, though. Because the ring puzzles typically tend to be, like, really straightforward. And these ones are much more of an interesting challenge. The fact that those rings are clipping into each other does concern me slightly. Let's get there. There we go. Oh, nice! It unlocks another secret. Yeah, I think we may not be 100%ing this enclave today because this is going to take a while. This might be a sort of come back and do it piece by piece. Also, I guess I should probably do some of these things. And check mastery levels. Oh, we have a couple. And not as many as I thought. It's only 5 levels of mastery I haven't looked at. Wait, the flow orbs get harder? They didn't need to. The phasic dials, I think, we're pretty good at. And sightseer bonuses. Yeah, that one I'm never doing. Oh, yeah. And the other thing I was supposed to be doing here was checking other enclaves. So I think we've now done all of the enclaves in Autumn Falls, or at least we've opened them all. So we want to go back to the Shady Wildwood and actually start... Why? That's not an objective marker. That's why. Which one's closer? That one. Kind of. Except it's also way up there. How do we up? These are the questions inquiring minds want to know. What's that? Oh, that's a matchbox. Just from a really weird angle. I see an up. Whee! Also see a leitmotif. Oh, that's a leitmotif in a really weird place. Wait, where's it supposed to go? There. Also, I know we do still have to finish the reflections in the sky. For anyone who's wondering why I left, I picked it up again off stream and managed to get stuck in the scenery. Which was not ideal. That's a big old thing. Guess we up some more. Where's the objective marker gone? The objective marker is pointing over there. Wait, did we not need to up at all? Archway. No, it's there. And this unlocks... Wait. Cloud of Pearls. So, the reason that I was backing out of that for a second, just to show everyone, mysteries... It's one of these, not that one. Here. The Worlds Within Worlds is Cloud of Pearls. So there's a reflective logic grid halfway between here and the highest land in the known realm. Which is probably that, maybe. Seconds for Grandmaster. No thanks. 15 Skydrops in the Skydrop Speed Challenge. Oh no, match 4 Morphic Fractals. No. Oh, enter the temple to begin. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. Really kind of hoping that I get one quickly that gives me the chromatic skydrops. Yeah, I'm not sure where that one's going right now. Oh, hello. No idea what kind of rate I need to be hitting to do this. So many of them. This looks like it should be from this direction. That one I've either done or I have no idea what it goes with right now. Also beginning to think that this place might disable chromatic sky drops, which makes sense, but is also slightly annoying. Well, that's a big cluster there. Got it. Looks like it's a look up kind of cluster. Got it. No. Oh, there's one. Ah, hang on. Where do these ones go? Got to be a group there, right? Surely, yes. Not entirely the group I was expecting, because that's part of a different group. That's got to be one. But definitely starting to get somewhere now, though. Yeah. That one. Ah. What do you go with? Looks like a group. Hadn't even noticed. I was so focused on the sky drop, I hadn't noticed that the first person hadn't activated. Which way are we supposed to look at that one? Now we know this has to be a group. There. We solved at least 15. We solved all 25. And I will absolutely take that as a result. Okay. Sightseer time. We've not done one of these in a while. I want to do that. Okay. This is finding us a morphic fractal. I'm not sure I'm happy about that. It's not that one. So there's a morphic fractal in the wall near a corner, is what I'm kind of gathering. Should be here? Whoa! It's definitely here, right? If I can find the right angle for it. Is it? It just hasn't textured those rocks properly in the sightseer by the looks of it. There we go. That took way longer than it should have taken. It's Obley! Sunrise of Discovery. So that flow orb connects to this floor. Probably this one. Yes. And then probably these two. Fine, I guess we'll do this thing while we're here. Apparently that was close enough. Is it going to connect to this one as well? No, that's a different one. Crap. I mean, he's still got the master time, even completely screwing it up. Why does it seem like these are all suspiciously easy? Has my brain been replaced with a brain that can just handle these somehow? Because I still don't really understand what I'm doing. Needs more spikies. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Oh. Too much spikies. Morphic fractals are hard. Like, manageable, clearly, but hard. I do kind of want to at least get all the Mirabili if we can. So we've got 2 more sets of flow orbs. We've got the rest of the sightseers. Okay, so we want to find the statue with a green matchbox in its back. Looks like it's this one. That'd be this rock. Could indeed be that rock, because it's exactly that rock. Tentacles. I can't get the focus point where I want the focus point to be. That's the challenge in this one, I think. Okay, let's approach this from a different angle. Trying to match up now like the sort of weird fleshy chunks on the sides. I can't seem to do that either. Oh, that's getting closer. Apparently close enough. And we take it. Also, like, thinking about the number of puzzles in this game, I'm wondering if they had, like, one person does one type of puzzle and another person does the next type of puzzle and like that, or if they had people just design the enclaves. There's some curiosities about how this game's actually, like, put together. A sightseer here. This looks like it's going to be fairly high up. Maybe up here? I think we might have to actually go inside the top. Oh no, it was over there. Looking at it. Was it? I don't know. Wait, what? Oh, it's the next floor up. How do I be the next floor up? Whoa, almost fell off. But on this side, because you've got the viney bits. The viney bits were giving it away there. There we go. That's how you do it. At some point we are going to have to start dealing with all... Oh, that's not a sight... Oh, there's the sightseer. I thought I saw one down here. Okay, we're looking for sort of weird, viney archway thing. Looks like we're looking through into here, through an arched entrance. Which is difficult because there are no arched entrances, so... unless we're looking through here from this side. Yeah. Oh, or... here, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Hooray! Another level. So we've done those doodads. We've done those doodads. Doodads in this context are flow orbs, if anybody is wondering what the hell I'm talking about. Which is a totally reasonable thing to wonder. Okay, that, does that... No, that also doesn't match. I can see so many green matchboxes from here, and none of them are the right one. Well, that doesn't help either. Oh, there's that one, which goes there. We got a matchbox. We did it, everyone. Oh, didn't we just see the red one of this somewhere? I don't remember where is the problem. Hello, I found a sneaky one of these. We need to turn the eyes the right colour, but the colour keeps changing. They should have like a spirally bit going in, like that. Also, those bits should be like curvy and somewhat joined in. But then the top curve should be like right to the edge. Like it feels like it should be about there. I mean, it's clearly not, but Also needs a really wide, thin smile. Yeah, this one's a lot harder. This is more like how I remember these things being. Woo! Oh, I think I've been looking at the wrong colours, maybe, for trying to do what I was doing. There we go. Hey, welcome back, Jesse. And I am more prepared tonight. Now I'm done solving that ridiculous thing. From up here somewhere we saw that other red matchbox, I thought. Oh wait, there's another fractal way up there? Can we get up there? That's the next question. Apparently, yes. Oh, there's the green that goes with this red. Ding. There we go. Oh, I finally just started to understand how you control these and what's going on. It's taken me long enough. Yeah. Tree and a fish in the middle. So the way these work is the mouse is moving two mirrors. So if I go back into this and it lets me move it, so if I move up and down, it's like you're pushing the reflective plane vertically. So the further down you bring it, the more all the vertical reflective stuff is going to disappear, and the further up, you can see it kind of reflecting out that way. Trying to do it in only one direction is hard. And then the same left and right. So that's how the fractals are working. And now I've worked it out, I think it's going to be a lot easier to deal with them. Okay. So There's also a question of what is the bit that's reflecting. Also, which... Okay, so like this one, the angles of reflection are different. So you need to work that out for each of the... different ones. But once you do work out where the planes are, you can then kind of work out how you're actually controlling it and trying to make the right picture. And they are not as bad as I had thought they were, but it would be nice if there was any assistance at all in what the heck am I doing? Ooh, hello. Dobbly! Worlds within worlds all the way down. Honestly, Obley is kind of creepy in some ways. Yeah, I kind of knew I'd messed that one up a bit. We should at least be getting gold on all of these. Actually might be better is do like the outside and then the inside. No, okay, it's definitely not better. Oh. Oh, did it again, jumped right over it. Got it. I see a matchbox, which can pretty much only be the one that goes with that. I reckon that island over there is a part of this. It's hard to say. I think this one is kind of rotatey rather than reflecty. I don't know, maybe slightly reflecty up down, and then the left right is like spinning these blocks in and out. What I need to do is find the point where I can make the little wisps wisp correctly. Don't think I have... enough around the bottom is where that sentence was going. So the up and down I'm largely using to try and fill in the... If I think of the lighter colour, or the pink, the blue, whatever, as like gaps, I'm trying to fill in some of it to get the shape that I need. I think I actually need to make these larger blobs. See, now I've completely spun it the wrong way. So spin them the whole way out. Ah, there we go. There we go. No. Yeah. So again, they're still not the easiest puzzles, but they are a lot more manageable once you start to understand the control system for them. Hello. You go there. That's not the one I was looking for, but, you know. Actually wondering if from up here we could see the one that matches that one. Or the one that matches that one. I'm not fussy. Sightseer. We need to do more sightseers, I think. Oh, this is the last one. Okay, so like an island on top of a pillar, green matchbox on a tree. I was about to say, I feel like we should know where that is. Well, clearly we should, because we've done that matchbox. That island is on a pillar. There's a green matchbox on a tree. 28 seconds. I'll take that. Right. A world of pure matchboxes now. That is not the one that matches with that. What is that? I mean, I know it's a matchbox, but... Any possibility that that one is supposed to match with the one over here? Kind of like orbity planet shenanigans is what I'm going to call that one. Okay, yeah, that's not it. That's like... half a transformer. Inductor, I think. Can you tell I don't do electronics? Oh, there's Orbity Planet shenanigans. I felt like I should have been able to see it from there. There we go. Ah, relaxing waterfalls. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. Whoops. We have matchboxes to finish. That was the result of me getting slightly distracted. No, we've done this. Unfortunately, now it's respawned all of the doodads. That's going to be annoying. Oh, there's the other... That one goes with... that one. That I can technically apparently just see. That red one was definitely not the one that goes with this green in the corner, is it? No. That's the weird overlaid eyes. This is sort of... I'm mailing you 2 sausages. I feel sorry for anyone trying to work out how my brain works. The answer is barely. Right. Also, my brain wants to say oblate spheroid, and I'm not... Ah, there's the red one. And I don't know why. Right. One more matchbox and we can leave. And then I can come back later and 100% the area. Well, that's... I'm making a xylophone of fish skeletons. So we want green sausage mailing and red fish skeleton xylophone. Ooh. Aha! This looks like we should be able to do it from this corner. Proper job. Huzzah, and so forth. Pretty sure I'm on exactly the wrong side now. There's only 3 puzzles left in the area, but... yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not going to stick around. So I'm thinking there's a suspicious-looking grove of trees off over that way. Which look like they may be about halfway between what I suspect is the highest point in the known realms and the enclave we were just in. So, I'm going to head over there and see if we can find a low logic grid with some lotuses. Also going to get this archway. Okay, that's looking like it might have just been reflections in the sky. I think that's the highest one. And then the one we were just in was over... And that is around reflections in the sky, right? Which would make sense, because that is the one that unlocks... the Lotus clues. So is it this, maybe? So first of all, we solve it. Then... okay, so if this was light, it fails because we can't reflect there. So this must be done immediately. Right, is there anywhere else that this obviously breaks already? Okay, if this was light, that would reflect to here. And then this would be a 6 area. So that must be dark. So that must be dark. That could be light. That was light. Oh, we actually have the same problem, in fact. So that must be dark as well. So that must be dark. Now, if this was light, this would reflect up to here, and this would try and reflect the whole lot. So that must be dark. That must be dark. Now, if that was light, one of these two would have to be, and it would break either 5. So that's got to be light. These are all dark. Now, this 5 must connect to this. And however it connects to that, it connects to this 5. And that must be at least a 4 area already, because you could do that by making this light. So however they connect, it can't connect to this 5. This is dark, this is light, this reflects over here. That's a 5 area. Those have to connect. Oh, I kind of want to say this is light, because that is valid and not too constrained. So, okay. The next thing, if this were now to be light, how would we ever get the 5 area? We would have to go here or here, because otherwise it reflects and we'd always be adding 2. So the only way that 5 works is like this. Right. And this 5 obviously has to actually, okay. So this 5 must connect to this Lotus. So that's light, whatever happens. And my thinking is that it's something... No, that actually doesn't work. Never mind. I thought I saw a pattern that I could use, and I didn't. I was wrong. Because I forgot in my thinking about how this is going to reflect. No, did I? No, because I think that was the plan there. Yeah, that's it. I was right. It's that. Now, if we think that I'm correct in that this is where the secret is, then... No, it's not Go With The Flow, it's Twist of Fate. In there, if all lotuses are rotated an eighth of a turn clockwise. Okay. So these diagonals are vertical. This and this are diagonals this way. This is a diagonal that way. Right. Where do we start with this? So this 5 has to connect to this lotus, which is now secretly mirroring along this line. So that has to be light. However it connects. And then either both of these or both of these. This 5 can still never connect to this lotus, because if it connects there, it's going to mirror here, and there's no way of adding 1. If it connects there, it's going to mirror here, and there's no way of adding 1. So, that's still true, I believe. This one's really hurting my head. I need, like, transparent stickers that I can stick on the monitor over where all these lotuses are. Okay. So if we say that this one is light, then it mirrors to here. That completely breaks. So this one has to be dark now. Which makes this one dark, because this is a diagonal lotus now. And if this one was light, it would mirror both of these. It would be a 6 area. So that has to be dark. That has to be dark. That's going to come through here. That's going up there. If this was light, that's okay, because it's just going to mirror here. One of those is light. That one is dark. Could this be light? If that was light, that would mirror over here. Lots of things would go wrong. So that has to go there. That goes there. This is a vertical thing now, so that's not going to mirror anything. This 5... This 5 is dead? Yeah, okay, I think I've got this completely wrong then. Surely. Or it's not this logic grid, is the other possibility. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay. Let's start over here. I was much more confident here. So if this one is light, that's going to mirror these two up here. That's a 6 area. That doesn't work. If this one is light, it's going to mirror these two to here. Oh, also, that has to be dark by symmetry. If this one is light, it's going to mirror these two to here. That doesn't work, so that has to be dark. That makes that dark. That much I'm still happy with. That was light. That mirrors over here. That breaks horrendously, so that becomes dark. That becomes light. That's a vertical one. That's fine. This was light. That would mirror to here and then mirror back. That can't be light. Oh, also it couldn't be... No, wait. because that's a vertical one now. That would have been okay. This is hard. This 5 we know must connect to this, so it has to mirror to here. The problem I have is this 5 doesn't connect to anything. It can't. It can't connect to this lotus. Because like, if it connected there, it would do that. Yeah, that can't be the logic grid then, surely, that is mentioned in the secret. Fine. We'll go and we'll get on with our... In fact, actually, as long as we're here. May as well go back to... Reflections in the sky. Do, 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 do. Okay, this can't be dark, that breaks horribly, so that's going to be light. Same with this. By symmetry, these are light, this is light, this is dark, this is light. If this was light, that symmetry would break. That's going to have to be dark. Yeah, pretty much, Ellie. That's going to have to be dark. That's light by symmetry here. That's light by symmetry here. This is dark because if it was light, we'd reflect into that. So that has to be like this. That's dark by symmetry. That's light. That has to be dark. Eye of the needle. If the fracture ruptures, will we all perish? No, we just go home again. Okay, well, we fix the symmetry first. And then they both have to be dark, so that has to have to be light. Oh, it's a pillar of insight. That's why it started easy. Okay. So this is going to have to be... Oh, okay, this is going to work along the bottom and then back along the top, I think. This is dark, so this is dark. No, maybe not. What obvious things am I missing? Could this... Oh, yeah. That's the obvious thing I'm missing. This can't be dark because of this. That has to be light. And now, could this be light? No, because of this. That has to be dark. This has to be dark. This has to be light. And now, could this be light? No. That has to be dark. Light, light, dark, light, light, dark. This is going to have to be light. And this is going to have to be dark. These have to be light or they reflect off the grid. This must be light for this. This must be dark for this, which means this is dark. Now, if this was dark, that would be dark, so that must be light, which makes this light, which makes this light. This must be dark, otherwise it would reflect over here. So this must be dark, and this is light to avoid reflecting off the grid. Ah. Nice, simple, easy puzzles. If either of these were dark, we're reflecting off the grid, and then we have to do this for symmetry. These are a line, or same axis, different alignment, so this has to be dark to separate them, and now the same here, except light. This must be light for symmetry. This must be dark for symmetry, dark for symmetry, dark for symmetry, light for symmetry, light for symmetry. This one now has to be light for symmetry, so dark for dark. Right, fix the symmetry first. And then what? Well, these have to be light, because otherwise we're reflecting off the grid, so this has to be light. Now, this now has to be dark for symmetry because of this one. Now, what else do we know, if anything? Oh, this must be dark because of reflecting off the grid. So this must be dark, so this must be light, so this must be light. This must be light because of reflecting off the grid. This must be dark because reflecting off the grid. So this must be dark, so this must be dark by basic reflection. This must be light because off the grid. Now, if this was light, that would have to turn light somehow, which would super break in so many ways. So dark, dark, and light for symmetry. So start off with this has to be dark, or this is immediately reflecting off the grid. Same here, same here. And then by reflection, these. And by reflection, this. And then by reflection, this. This was light. We'd reflect here, which would be horrible. If this was light, we'd reflect off the grid. Now then, if this was dark, we'd reflect off the grid, so light. So light. If this was light, we'd reflect off the grid, so dark, dark, and then this reflects back up the top. That wasn't a pillar of insight. We got no insight from it. That was a pillar of practice. Which I'm not complaining about. The practice was good, but, you know. Call it what it is. I hear archway noises. Where archway? Oh, hello. We'll have to go back down for the archway, I guess. Okay. Where is the obvious starting point? Here. This must be dark because reflecting off the grid reasons. All light regions have area 5. If this was light, we reflect, and then we reflect, and then we... Oh, yeah, that breaks in so many ways, so that has to be dark. Now, if this was light, same thing, so this has to be dark. How do we get area 5 with this? Is my next question. There's only one way. We can't connect it to this, because that would try to reflect here. We can't connect it to this, because it would reflect off the grid and be too big. But it can't just escape. So I think the only way is to connect it here. And that's area 5, so that's now sorted. Now if that was light, that's an area 5 region that we have to block off. And then this one's going to be so difficult to do though, I think. How do we do it? This one, the only way it can be area 5 is like this. I'm pretty sure. Anything else is going to over-reflect. And the only way you avoid reflections is by going in one of these two. That's going to cause a problem anyway, but... And now this must be dark, so we've got to go here. And now we've got the same pattern we had up here. This one can't be light because you end up with a 6 area. Which means you have to go here, which reflects to there. That's a 5 area. We actually now got the same thing here. It's the flying T's. I've broken this puzzle. Oh, that was the wrong button. But that's a... Oh, no, I haven't broken it. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay, everyone. It's that. I hadn't spotted that those could all connect in a single region. I was trying to fit 2 regions in there. And an archway. Was it the archway? Seems like it was too far away. Oh, come on. So where do we solve those rings from? Up here, maybe? Sniped. Okay, that's not where the other one that I heard was. Unless I'm just listening to the noise of that pillar of whatever. Well, those can't connect, clearly. Now, those can't connect, which means that also those can't connect. Relic. Finding the relics. Oh, get out of my face, shrubs. Oh, hello. We take an archway? Oh, there. There's only one more hidden pentad, and that's the hidden pentad that caused me to get horrendously stuck. So let's see if we can go do it. Clearly that can be the only answer. Pig. If I remember rightly, it should be up over here somewhere. Yeah, it's in that archway. I just saw it. It's exactly the same as the last one that I got in the non-reversed one a moment ago. No, wait. Oh, it's completely reset because I left the area. Darn it. So the issue here is I had found 4 of them before. Now I need to try and find them all again. It's surprisingly difficult to find them, despite having just found them the right way up. Oh, that was close. It's one of them... I think... there. Knew there was another one around the log somewhere. Now, we should have triggered area shrinkage. Oh, I really wish you could stop, like, randomly bonking on things that you haven't actually hit. There. That one's already found. Which is why I quite like the shrinking area power-up that we have. Oh, was that it? There. Got it. Well, this is a thing. None of those are allowed to connect. This then reflects. That also reflects. This can't be light because of reflecting off the grid. Same for here. Same for here. Now, if this was dark, that would be dark, so this must be light. Oh, also reflecting off the grid. Now, if this was dark, super reflecting off the grid. So those are both light. This has to then be dark, so this is dark. So now this is dark. So if this was dark, it would reflect over here and then do weird things. So that must be light. Reflecting off the grid, reflecting off the grid. And then, in fact, reflecting off the grid. Basic reflection. This goes very wrong very fast. Because it first of all reflects over here. That step is fine. But then it tries to reflect that way and that way. Actually, is that okay? That might be okay, you know. If this is light... No, I think that's actually okay. Because that's only going to reflect into here in both cases. And that's actually fine. Oh, and in fact, it must for this, so... Those three do that. That's really funky. Okay, now if this was light, this would be light. So dark, dark, dark. That has to be light to separate this. So that's light. That can't reflect, so that must be dark. Light, and light. Egg. Ah, gotcha. That'll learn you. How many rings do you need? And apparently the answer is all of them, but, you know, leave some for the rest of us. Archway. Ooh, pillar. Also, what is the true nature of the blue light flowing through the sky? Did it create the pneuma? Okay, so the auroral broke the universe and doesn't actually know if it's a problem. Okay. And then that's going to add those bits, that's going to add this. That one goes here. And these cannot connect. Great, one of these. this is going to be almost everything is light, right? So this one reflects both of these to here, and then these two back up to here. So now we've got like this sort of pattern, and then this one is going to take all of those. I need to just fill this out. And then those two get reflected back up there. And this one reflects to here. And yeah, it has to be that. So we're going to get this. And then that's going to reflect this entire ring back down here. And then it's going to reflect this back up here. This is going to reflect both of those back down here. I think that's it. Really? And then this is going to try and reflect here. And then that's going to reflect here. And this is going to reflect these. And that's it. Whoa, did not mean to jump off the edge. Saved it. Somehow. Yoing. I've just decided that's the sound effect those make, despite the fact you can clearly hear them making a different sound effect. Oh, I just also saw another armillary rings. Okie dokie, so obvious reflections first. Well, that's going to go badly wrong, so let's separate those and those. Okay, and then here we've got edges, edges, and that means that these as well. That's got to go there. Oh, wrong button. I'm getting better about actually knowing which buttons I'm supposed to press at which point, but it's still not perfect. Okay, obvious reflections there, back to here, back to here. These are not allowed to connect, so they have to do that. Now what? Okay, yeah, this has to be dark, I guess, and this has to be dark, so this has to be dark. These can't connect, so we have to do this, and this. Also here. Also means this. Oh, and this. And this. This. That's got to be light. That's got to be dark. Oh, this has to be light because of that reflection. That was just one of those ones where it's like, there's clearly an obvious thing again that I'm missing, and I couldn't quite work out what it was. I will probably need to think about wrapping this up soon, just because I'm going into the office tomorrow, which means the usual business of early starting and blah 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 blah. I think these two together always, of necessity, has this kind of four-way reflection pattern. I don't have an insight for it, so this is like a combination of practice and intuition. But I think that is true. Apparently I've been here before. Ah, we're back right side up again. Open up that gap for me. Oh no, that doesn't work. Maybe do it from on top of the log or up here. Clicking that gap. Thank you. Okay, all of the letters have things to connect to. And, notably, none of the letters are symmetric around this. So this thing cannot connect to any letter. That's a lie. It can't connect to B, because it would reflect this B onto this A. It can't connect to A, because it would reflect however these two connect over here somewhere. Actually, it can't connect to A, because it would reflect A onto B as well. By reflection, oddly enough. So it can't connect to A or B. It can connect to C, which I suspect is actually the trick. That's one of those puzzles that suddenly got really, really easy once you saw the answer. Okay, so that has to reflect over here, that reflects here, that reflects here. So now this must be dark, and both of these, and also this. And these must both be light, and these must all be dark. Now that has to be separated. They have to be separated and reflected. And yeah. Wait, really? Oh! I miscounted that. I thought that reflected into this gap. Yeah, okay. So that actually has to do that. That has to do that. And then these two. Be careful when counting. It does actually make a difference. Okay, well we start with that. And then this reflection. This has to be dark by symmetry. Okay. And that's kind of as far as I've gotten. Well, this can't be light because reflection, so that's dark. All of these then have to be light. Now, if you follow reflection a couple of steps, these have to both be dark. Because otherwise you reflect light to here, and you try and reflect this one back here. So these are dark. This is dark because I can count this time, which makes this dark. These have to both be light for the 2. Dark, light, light, light by reflection. In fact, these are now both dark by reflection, light by numbers, dark by numbers, light by numbers. Okay, well the 6 has to have at least those. Which means this has to be light. Which means this now has to be dark, because otherwise you reflect here, and then you reflect a billion miles away. These are dark by numbers, dark by reflection, light by numbers, dark by numbers. The 5 always has to have this and this. That is neatly completed. Puzzle. Okay, reflect, reflect. And now we've connected the 2 reflections up. One of the nice things about the reflection properties in this area is you can occasionally do things that go, hey, there's a hidden archway here. That means there must be a corresponding hidden archway. I need to try and get that up on that log. There we go. Log is achieved. Connect all of the dark cells. Okay, well to start with, A has to come out across the top here. Because B. Now, the A... In fact, the A can't go behind that B either. So the A's got to come between the B's, which means the B's... Like, the B's now also can't do, like, that. And, however, the... So, yeah, so these have to be light cells, basically. And however we build the dark cells has to be reflective. They all have to be connected. We can have spare light cells. which kind of suggests to me that we're going to have to build a sort of mirror A. I'm starting to get a little bit sleepy, and I don't think I can prove it, but my intuition says that for this to work, we have to do this sort of thing. So you can see what I mean about the mirror A, is we pretend that there's, like, C's here, effectively. Because we knew we had to have a single sort of black connection, or a single dark cell connection. That had to be reflective, because we had a dark lotus up here, which I can sacrifice for 3 mana. And it kind of meant that the inverse was also going to have to be a mirror. I did not explain that very well, but hopefully well enough that you can kind of follow what the logic was. Basically, I promised there was logic. No, that's where I got stuck. That little postage hole. No, 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 no. Okay, basic reflections first. These must both be dark, which means these must both be dark. So now the 3 cannot connect to this, so it can't take this cell or this cell. So the 3 must always take this cell. Can this ever be a light cell? I don't think so. Actually, can it? Maybe it can. It reflects here. No, okay, yeah. That one reflects off the grid. Can this ever be a light cell? Trivially, no. And now this one must be a light cell. This one must be dark, light, dark, dark. The 4 can't take this cell because it would get too big, so it must take this cell. And now, in fact, the 4 is fixed. 5 can't connect here, so the 5 has to have 1, 2, 3, 4, at least to here. Also by reflection. And in fact, that has to be light, that has to be light, that has to be light. Done. There's 1 rings we haven't done, and it's there. She says, immediately seeing the missing one. Well, this one's going to be a pain to solve, isn't it? We've got a bunch of grids to do. So no 2x2s, no alternating. Okay, let's just start with this. Okay, so you can't go dark, light, dark. Can't do 3 in a row. And you can't do 2 in a row. Dark cells. Hey, Isabella. Can't have 3 in a row, so all those have to be dark, those have to be light. You can't do dark, light, dark, so that's got to be light. Can't do dark, light, dark, 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 dark. Can't do 3 in a row, 3 in a row, 3 in a row, 3 in a row. Wow. And yeah, not a lot. I'm just trying to finish off the last couple of Mirabilis from this area, and then go to bed. I feel like I should be able to snipe this one, though. Maybe not. Got it. So we still need a few logic grids and 4 archways. It doesn't let us jump up on top of that. But it was worth a try. Okay, can we... Oh, okay, we've actually already got that one. How disappointing. That's the one in the log, which we've got. We got the one just to this side of the log? Yes, we actually do. Damn it. Wait. I'm confused where I am. What? Okay, so in the upside down world, that one is on the floor. And then there should be one to like one side of the roof, I guess. Or roof adjacent. You made it. Like, okay, it's not a problem if we actually fall off, but I still try not to. Yep, so we do have that one. Whee! just very silly. Not quite high enough out of there. It's fine. We can just get a launch off this. Kind of in a position where we only really need to find one archway, and then we just fall off and find the mirror version of the same archway. If I was a leftover archway, where would I be? Well, there's one. Now we only need to find one archway full stop. And while we're here, we can do a logic grid. Oh, wow, okay. This one's going to hurt my head. There. Connect all dark cells. Fine. Oh, that has to be a dark cell, right? And then come down here. That has to escape, and then we have symmetry, 3, 4, 5. And then you can kind of see how this is going to work out. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. That has to be dark by symmetry. And that has to be dark by symmetry. This is currently on 3, and it needs to be an even number. So it has to have one of these two, precisely. And then either those two or those two. Now, either way, that's going to block it from block the dark cells coming down the bottom. Is there another way of doing this that I'm missing? If we say this is a light cell, then where does the 6 go? In fact, if we're connecting all the dark cells, this can never be a light cell, can it? Because then we'd have... Oh, it can. It can if that's a light cell. And anything else that I was just looking at is going to block the dark cells, so that's the 6. That's what I was missing. So the 9 is already an odd number. 5 is already, or 5 will be an odd number. In fact, yeah, okay, the 5 can't ever do anything sideways, so the 5 has to be just a vertical line like that. And the same for the 4, in fact. Which means this, and this, and this. So now where does the 9 go? It's got 3, it needs 6. So it can take those 2 rows or these 2 columns. We could do like that. You can never go outside of this. So it has to take 6 of these 9. And it can't do it in a really odd way. Like it can't try and do that and leave a hole. This 10... Okay, well, this 10 clearly can't take this cell. Also, that has to be dark anyway. So what we're saying, I think, is this 10 has to fit inside this 12. This 9 has to fit inside this 12. Because, yeah, if the 10 tries to come to this row, it's reflecting off the grid. The 10 can't reach here. The 9 comes to this row, it's reflecting into dark cells. So these are always dark cells. Now the 10 has to take at least 1 in this row. Because clearly if you have a 3 by 3, that's still only 9. Which means that then it has to take both of the ones in this row. So you end up with this. Now we start to play the game of where can you put light cells that don't trap dark cells. So if this one is light, this is light, we've trapped something. So I think we have to start from the back. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those. It's that... Oh, yeah, of course, clearly the 9 can't take the rows, can it? Because it's going to trap dark cells down the middle if it does that. Do we just go with the most obvious one, which clearly works? I don't know if there was, like, a different way of doing that, but that was clearly not going to cause a problem. What? Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, what? No wonder it confused me. It reflected the other way. Okay. That's gonna have to be dark. And now those have to be dark, which makes those dark, which makes this light, which makes this light. Now that's going to be light, that's going to be light. Which means that has to be dark, that has to be dark. Light, light. 5 logic grids, 1 archway. It didn't seem like there were any hidden archways lurking around the bottom. Next floor. I thought I saw some sort of hidden brickage there for a moment, but evidently not. I wish my brain would stop singing random songs at me all the time. Also, thank you for getting rid of that, Ellie. I have nothing against artists who are advertising, but if you're doing it with clearly bot-generated sales pitches, yeah, that's not a thing. Because if I wanted to try and replace artists with AI, I can do that on my own. I'd much rather get an artist. Ooh, puzzle grid. I'm sorry, what? Well, okay, these aren't allowed to connect. These aren't allowed to connect, to start with. These are both reflecting these dark cells. This is also reflecting dark cells. This now reflects a light cell. This would be off the grid. This would be off the grid. This would be off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Now this must be dark, because otherwise it's reflecting badly. That has to go there. This would be off the grid. Does that work? I don't think so. So that would get... Oh yeah, it clearly doesn't, because it would have to go... Wait, what am I even looking at here? That's the real question. So it would be trying to reflect around that axis, wouldn't it? It would be... Yeah, okay, that clearly doesn't work. Which means now this must be light, this would be off the grid, this is light. Making this dark would put that off the grid, so this is light. This would reflect badly, dark, dark. This would reflect off the grid, would reflect this one off the grid, so light, light. This would go off the grid, so dark, dark. These aren't allowed to connect. I'm definitely slowing down. Hopefully I can find 4 puzzle grids and an archway before my brain shuts off completely. I hear archway noises. There. Suggests that there's one as well. Which we didn't need, but as long as we're here, we'll be good citizens and clear the thing out. And there's the puzzle grid. Look. How do we get to it? Okay, reflects. No 3 in a row dark. So, how could we make 3 in a row dark? Oh, well, if one of these was dark, the other one would have to be, which makes those both light. This one is now dark by force, this one is light, that reflects up here. In fact, These also now have to be dark, which makes both of these light. This must be dark because we can't connect these two together. That makes this dark. These are both light. Connecting there would reflect off the grid, so dark, dark, light, light. Can't have the three in a row, so both of these are light. This is going to reflect over here and back. These aren't allowed to connect. These must be dark. This is reflecting here. This must be dark, or we're going to try and reflect over there. So this is dark. This is light. This is dark. This is dark. This is light. This is dark. This is light. This is dark. Done. That looks like an interesting place. I want to be there. Actually, maybe we've been there and I don't want to be there. Yeah, we've been here and I don't want to be here. This place is boring. I'm so consistent. That one's completed. Oh, it's a fun little inverted island to stand on. We need 3 logic grids. Let's try Reverso World. Yeah, I haven't done the mirror of this one, so easy win. No 3 in a row. Okay. So if this was dark, we'd have an immediate 3 in a row. So that's light, that's light. There's a good start. If this was light, well, in fact it can't be because of that one. So that has to be dark. That has to be dark. Light, light, light. How about here? If this was light, we'd reflect over here. We'd connect 2 things that can't be connected. So dark, dark, light. If this is dark, does that do anything? Not immediately. Ah, this is dark, this is dark. So that must be light, so that must be light. This is dark by the symmetry, this is light. This now has to be dark, so this is dark because of this reflection. These are dark. If one of these is, the other one is, so these must both be light. This would reflect off the grid, so dark, dark. Makes this light, this light. These can't connect, so this is dark, this is dark, this is light. Is this the place I was a second ago? No. But that has a solved puzzle on it, so I'm not interested. Aha! A sneaky puzzle. Only a 1-pipper as well, so... We have a start. Oh, but that's a 3. And that means that that's going to be a thing, so here... Those are both going to have to be dark, which makes both of these light. This is dark. 4... Oh, it's reflecting this way. So that one, this one. I was somehow looking at that reflection, like, rotated pretty much 90 degrees. Which was not helpful, if I'm honest. We came through and did this one. Certainly went back and did the one that was on top as well. We did. We got in there and did that one. I'm not going to go and try and get stuck in the letterbox again. One puzzle. That's it, just one. There's quite a lot in this area, to be fair. But we know we've done all the armillary rings, we know we've done all the pillars of insight. There's just the one logic grid we need for the Mirabilis, and then it becomes a case of see how many things it says are left. And if it's an odd number, wonder which one I've missed in the reflection. Why do I feel like there should be... Okay, maybe that was the one. Should I work out where that 4-pip on the what looks like the underside of the island was? Because there should be a corresponding puzzle somewhere. It might just be in one of the bits that doesn't quite reflect the same way. Because as good as this area is, right, there's like... You still have to be able to navigate it all. So I think there are a couple of bits that aren't quite perfect reflections. But it's very good as an area. Yeah, so... I guess that one's kind of there. Those thermals are weird in how they work. Because they actually work better if you don't have your wings deployed. It's really strange. Solved. One puzzle, that's all I'm asking for. A single solitary logic grid that I haven't already solved. Solved. Oh, hello. And that's not what I was actually aiming to do, but, you know, we'll take them if we got them. I am now concerned about the fact I might be hallucinating puzzles. Because that would be bad. Because I can't seem to find anymore the island that I thought I remembered seeing that had a puzzle on it. Which was a puzzle I'd solved, even, in the thing I'm sure I saw. Ah, it's up there. Okay, if it's that one, then it's a big rocky mountain with a single tree. Does it have, like, a launch pad or something on it? I have a feeling like it might have done. Because then maybe that would make it this, which could go some way to suggesting yeah, okay, there isn't a puzzle on the underside of that. Whee! I know you won't let us fall, but could you tell us where the missing puzzle is? I'm going to have to try and get up on the top of that now and see if that is actually the one I was thinking of. That's not the right way. That's the right way. Yeah, okay. So that was the right island, but there isn't a corresponding puzzle. Unless it was actually this one, but that still doesn't look right. So I have the feeling it's got to be a reflected one somewhere that I've just not done both sides of. But knowing or being confident of that doesn't actually help in finding it in any way. So this is more like that other island that was kind of up in the sky. Except also not like that at all, because it should have a puzzle down here. And it doesn't. You need just like an ability to highlight unsolved logic grids. We are one Mirabilis away from finishing the whole area. All I need is one logic grid. Yeah, kind of landed on that edge so many times, you'd have seen one if it was there. So, we go back and we check in here again. That's solved. That's solved. There's no puzzles hiding out in weird places there. We go down a floor. That one's solved. Nothing else on that level. Nothing there. Nothing there. That is all looking, to me, quite solved. Yeah, that one we did. That's impressive. We've now solved 14 out of the 13 all armillary rings. Kind of makes me not entirely trust the counting here. It's reminiscent of another area where I think I found a hidden cube, but there's no rendered hidden cube to activate, which is somewhat problematic because it means you can't actually collect it. I can interact with it physically, I just can't solve the cube. So I might be calling this one here, because I do definitely need to go to bed. Because early start to get on the road in the morning. Yeah, I think we're probably going to have to say that one is done, or as done as it can be for now. And I will investigate it at some other point. So, thank you as ever for joining me, everybody. We will be back as normal this week. There is nothing I'm aware of that I have going on that... Oh, no, that's a lie. There is something. So I will be back on Wednesday. I will not be streaming on Friday because I will be in the office again for running an event. I might do an extra one to make up for it. We will see how it goes. But until then, thank you for joining me. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.